Rohan, I want to come back to you, since we're talking about content creation, and especially as you talk about content creation in the context of addressing different global markets. On the back end, how are you using technology, specifically AI, etc., to build out your content pipeline, to build out your content library? What kind of insights are you getting in terms of inputs, and how are you also using AI ML for the output?
Actually, I think, as a business, we're actually in the business of finding great stories. We're in the business of finding these unique, unheard stories from all around the world and making it available to our listeners. So that's the core business we are in. Now, we believe that our heart of our business is our writer community, and which we're trying to empower to create these audio series. So, I think generative AI is going to be a step jump in enabling these writers to create high quality audio content. So, traditionally what we've always done is we have enabled writers, we've connected these writers with voice artists, right? And they can then sort of work together to create an audio series. That's how it has always been done. But of course, now generative AI came in, and what we fundamentally believe is going to change this landscape completely. Because, if you think about it, we have lots and lots of talented writers all around the world who want a platform where they can distribute their stories without any gatekeeper. They don't need to go to someone, or let's say a publisher, or go to a producer to have their stories get the distribution, either in the form of a book or a movie or a TV show. We believe that now with AI voice, right, it's creating an audio series for a writer is just clicking a button, right? A writer needs to just focus on their story, on the script, which is actually the most important part of an audio series. And then you can find, your AI voice that you like, and that's it. You have an audio series, right? So with the innovation that we're seeing in generative AI, it's going to get it's going to get easier for writers to actually create high quality content. It's not like, I think how technology has always enabled creators to create high quality content, be it a smartphone camera, which enabled creators to shoot high quality videos or take amazing photos. Generative AI is going to be a step jump in that direction, where it's going to shift the balance of power to individual creators and production houses, where anyone, anywhere in the world can create a high quality audio series. So this is one way where generative AI is going to impact, the creator community and us as a business, because it just unlocks so much value for the writer community. Secondly, we believe that generative AI, AI as a whole, is also helping us in predicting blockbusters. So at the end of the day, any entertainment business relies on great stories and blockbusters, right? And frankly, me and Nishanth, we were very clear. We want to build a system which is able to predict blockbusters than making it a subjective process, right? So AI has helped us directly to find patterns, to send signals from our users, from social media, and detect what story has the potential to become a blockbuster. Frankly, when you think about our growth journey, it's not just been about finding a new category, monetization. It's also been able to finding these Insta Millionaire and saving Nora out of a sea of stories that could potentially exist. And so that, I think, is one sort of key lever, a blockbuster engine that we call AI blockbuster engine, that has helped us scale tremendously. And of course, I think this is the more content production part. We are also using AI to recommend the right content to the right users, because this is a long form content. So you need to be writing your recommendations, right? I mean, all of us know, right? We think so much before starting a new movie or a new TV series, because we don't know if it's going to be good. So you have to be accurate recommendation. So that's another sort of, I would say, area where we're using AI quite extensively.
So that's the tech that's driving, in your words, the blockbuster engine. But let's also talk about the people. What's the size of the team? What's the size of the community of writers that you're working with? What's the ambition and the aspiration there? And more importantly, as you now look to launch in 10 other global markets, what kind of capital are you looking to work with? Are you on the cusp of tying up more funding? That's what the reports seem to suggest at this point in time, Nishanth.
Uh, right. I think so. We have like a community of 2.5 lakh writers, one of the largest in the industry right now, and so we are growing that. Every day, new writers are starting to write, and we have in terms of the employee base, we have close to 1,000 uh, between India and US, and uh, naturally as we expand to Europe and other markets, we are hiring more people in product, in tech, in content, across all the functions, right? So on the capital, I mean, I think another great part about our business is we have really high gross margins, right? And which helps us have great unit economics, right? So the funding is it's it's definitely helping us scale faster. But the sort of the goal now is to perfect our content, the blockbuster engine, as Rohan mentioned, which is the crucial part in scaling, and go to more markets and take advantage of that first more advantage. And I think capital, we have a lot of interest in the market, so we want to see like how the needs of the business are, and sort of take that opportunity. So as of now, the goal is to like sort of blitz scale, go to most of the markets in Europe, and go deeper in US and India.
Okay, so that blitzkrieg is going to require plenty of ambition, drive, as well as a fair degree of capital, I would imagine. You didn't clarify whether you are tying any more funding up at this point in time, Nishanth, but let me try my luck with Rohan. So, Rohan, as you scale, and as you scale at speed, which is the ambition at this point in time, what are we talking about, and what are the specific goals in terms of numbers that you've set out for yourself at Pocket FM?
So Shireen, I think, as Nishant was pointing out, we are a high gross margin business. And while we have scaled from 0 to 150 million ARR in 2 years, we have done that sustainably, right? And that's the reason, frankly, even in this market, we have been able to attract a lot of investors because we have scaled sustainably, and the growth rate has been, what it has been. So we're still growing very strong, right? We're still growing 40% quarter on quarter right now, more than 40% quarter on quarter. I believe that we believe this momentum to continue. From an ambition point of view, I believe that we feel that we'll be the largest audio series platform, and frankly, we can be much larger than music. And I think the way to think about this category is you think about video entertainment, how big that has become. So for users, we're just a new entertainment category. Our users don't think of it as audio, right? I mean, why they're really using Pocket FM is because of the stories we have, and it's a new way to consume entertainment, right? So I think if you think from point of view of scale, we think it's going to be just like very, very early right now. And I think the idea is that, with the current catalog of content, we've been able to scale so much. And frankly, the biggest problem and the challenge in this category is you need more and more high quality content. If you think about video, you've had decades of content being created, be it movies and TV series, right?
Yeah.
So we're just getting started here. And just with this small set of catalog, we've been able to drive, such traction. So I believe that it's just, a long way to go, but it's going to be, we believe if you think about entertainment 5 years from now, it's going to be movies, TV series, and audio series. That's how I think about it.
Well, so the headroom for growth is substantial. This is just the beginning, as Rohan is pointing out. But Nishanth, let me end by asking you. Harsha, of course, did also say that, that the two of you have absolute clarity in not just your vision, but also in the trajectory of where you expect this business to be over the next few years. So to just take Rohan's point forward, what is the aspiration that you've set for yourself over the next few years? And any specific iterations at this point in time, or innovations that you're working on that you're excited about? Perhaps by the end of 2024, we could see you make some more innovations being introduced into the market. What's the next short-term goal?
Right. So I think the North Star for the company right now is to blitz scale and capture most of the markets. We started with US. Now we are going to Europe. Very soon we'll also go into the Southeast Asian markets. and Middle East as well. So the nostalgia that we have is to get to 1 billion ARR, right? So I think we hope to achieve that by 2025, probably sooner as well. And so while we do that, I think the next big thing that we're also working on, Shirin, is uh, we have launched recently another format of storytelling, which is the pocket novel platform. That is going to be so. While we did audio, we started off at Genesis with audio. We realized that there is a large opportunity even in the reading format as well. So I think 2024 is going to be the year where the pocket novel is also going to be a platform that will break out and start growing in both India and US. So I think that's been our journey, and you'll probably hear more news on that pocket novel platform.
That's a wonderful way of wrapping things up. Rohan Nayak, Nishanth, many thanks for joining us here on Young Turks on CNBC TV18. We wish the two of you and your team the very best of luck in your global aspiration and ambition. And we look forward to hearing much more from you on Young Turks. That's a wrap on this special edition of Young Turks as we talk to the founders of Pocket FM. There's a lot more coming up right here on CNBC TV18. Stay tuned. We're back in a moment.